Hey everyone, thanks for joining us today, where the topic is college football. Today, I'm going to highlight some quarterbacks I am keeping my eye on this fall. Most of the signal callers I was watching last year crashed and burned, so let's hope for better luck with this group. These are not the nation's best quarterbacks, although many are in that group. This is simply some quarterbacks that, for a variety of reasons, I am interested in seeing how they perform as we hit the field in 2022. One guy I am interested in is Dillon Gabriel, who transferred from the UCF Knights out to join the new goings-on at Oklahoma. Although it does not seem Gabriel would fit with new Sooner skipper Brent Venables, he does reunite with talented offensive coordinator Jeff Lebby. The Sooners will be a fun team to watch in 2022, but make no mistake, Gabriel can hum it, and fireworks could be forthcoming in Norman. The opening at OU is due to the departure of quarterback Caleb Williams, who followed former Sooner coach Lincoln Riley over to Southern California. Now, without question, the Trojans will be burning up television sets as they have to be the most intriguing team in 2022. Williams has a slew of top-notch weapons in his arsenal, and you know Lincoln Riley will employ them all. Folks, look out. I wonder if Williams can propel his game to a high enough level for Heisman contention. And if he does, we might see USC in the playoff discussion. Again this year, I have my eye on Adrian Martinez, who really never reached his potential at Nebraska. Now Martinez is at Kansas State, with the versatile All-American candidate Deuce Vaughn as a lethal weapon. Martinez seemed to have trouble throwing into the short middle of the field and was always bit by the turnover bug, which at the end of the day is a discipline issue in my mind. But Adrian's a great kid with unlimited potential, so I will be pulling for him and keeping an eye on him as he tries to elevate his game with the Cats. Speaking of Nebraska, Casey Thompson of Texas has made his way to Lincoln to get the controls from new veteran offensive coordinator Mark Whipple for the Huskers. Thompson is competing with Florida State transfer Chubba Purdy. Both had some impressive outings, so it will be interesting to see if whoever wins that job can make magic and help get a talented Nebraska team over the hump. We're betting on it. Former five-star recruit Jackson Dart got off to an impressive and interesting start at Southern Cal, but he has now landed at Ole Miss, where after the departure of Matt Corral, an opportunity to be under the tutelage of Lane Kiffin exists. Can the rising sophomore beat out former four-star Luke Altmaier? Either way, the Rebels have talent and will remain dangerous as they come in the SEC. I'll be watching. Coming down the stretch, Alabama quarterback Bryce Young elevated his performance on the way to winning the Heisman Trophy. What can he do as an encore? Opponents are not looking forward to finding out, but I am. Alabama is loaded, so they seem unstoppable with Young in command. I'll be watching it. I thought C.J. Stroud really came of age for the Ohio State Buckeyes last year, and he was worthy of winning the Heisman when the season ended. With Stroud as a signal caller, the Buckeyes may make a ton of noise in 22, and I will be watching all along the way. The talented Emery Jones left Florida for Arizona State, and I'm interested to see in how he performs. He has a ton of talent, but he was a turnover machine. Can Herm Edwards help? He may need to, because Herm Edwards' job seems to be in a great deal of jeopardy out there in Tempe. I'm watching. At Florida, Anthony Richardson, who beat out Jones, is a phenom who has star potential. In fact, I think I saw where Mel Kiper may have him going third in the draft. I doubt that. But Richardson's a star in the making, and he fits what Billy Napier is hoping to do down there in Gainesville. So I'm going to have my eyes on that situation to be sure. Cameron Rising led Utah to heavy heights in 2021, and he is back with a slew of weapons in directing the Utes, who may have a historical season ahead of them by perhaps making the playoff. I found Rising to be quite a good player, and it would seem to me he demonstrated that against Ohio State in the Rose Bowl, he could potentially be a Heisman finalist coming into this year. So, of course, I'm going to have my eyes all over him. One of the reasons North Carolina State is well positioned to threaten for an ACC championship is due to the quarterback play that they plan to get from the versatile Devin Leary. who, get this, tossed 35 touchdowns versus only 5 interceptions a year ago. Most are unfamiliar with him, but if he stays healthy, he could win some national honors. Is Miami back? If they are, Tyler Van Dyke will be a main reason why. This cat has looked outstanding on many occasions, and he is young with plenty of room to grow. Is he sort of maxed out, or will he emerge into a national honors candidate? The U can't wait to find out, and neither can I. Although Purdue is the top producer of top-notch NFL quarterbacks over the years, few think about the Boilers when the topic is signal callers. From Bob Greasy to Drew Brees, the history is deep. Can Aidan O'Connell become another NFL signal caller? He threw for over 3,700 yards a year ago, and I know he's got some talent missing around him this year, but he could do it again against a more favorable schedule. I'm watching him and keeping my eye on the Boilers. Sam Hartman is really fun to watch, although you may not know anything about him. He has Wake Forest primed for a banner year, and he's got a world of talent. Hartman threw for 4,200 yards and 39 scores a year ago, and he can run it as well. He's going to really sting somebody single-handedly this fall. I just hope it's not my team. I'll be watching, though. Spencer Rattler at Oklahoma was seemingly the Heisman Trophy favorite last year heading into the season, but he got benched and now finds himself with an improving South Carolina Gamecock squad. Can he rattle the cages of the SEC, or will he fall back to some of the reasoning behind his benching at OU? Time will tell, and I'll be watching. So there's my list for 2022. It's a bunch of players, many in new locations, who have very exciting opportunities in front of them. This season's going to be great fun for all of us as we watch all these changes that have changed the landscape of the game. Is there somebody out there we missed that you got your eyes on? Leave us a comment and tell us who that is and why they find themselves on your radar. Well, keep an eye out for our predictions for the upcoming season, which is upcoming. You can follow us over on Facebook at The Color and Pageantry, and we'll look forward to presenting more data for you as we head up to kickoff. Thanks for watching, folks.